So guys, this is my weekly report for February 6th. We've been having a lot of rain, the last few days it's been raining pretty hard. The Sac River's come up quite a bit. I don't know if they've wet the weird open, but I'll bet they're just about ready to crack that weird. So up north, where I'm up at Liberty, it gets pretty dirty. Anyway, I'm out down the Delta today. I'm more over on the east side. I'm over off the McCollum, and I'm looking for stripers, and there's none here. So water temperature warmed up to about 52 degrees, and we put on some spinner baits, and look what we got. This one here is 5. This one here is a shy under 10. It's 917. It's a nice bass. I'm going to turn them loose. We probably caught about 15 fish today. So these are winter fish. They're coming up feeding. They ate spinner baits, so they're eating. I think Warren might have caught this 5 on a fish trap. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm gonna turn them loose. There you go, baby, and they can fight another day. But we had a heck of a day today. We caught a lot of bass on blades, and the fish were probably in anywhere from 2 to 3 feet of water. Just needed to warm up a little. It's 48 degrees when we first got here, and it was a little bit tough. I think the first 2 hours we never got a bite, and we were doing mostly stripers. But anyway, I'll get back to the report. The weather's been terrible, so the ocean fishing has probably been nothing. So you can't even get out there. It's probably so rough. So no crabbing, no nothing. The season's open. So the bay, haven't heard anything. Um, Sturgeon fishing, they just had that big derby, and there was a lot of fish caught um, this last weekend. It was only for one day, but I heard there were a lot of sturgeon caught. This is the time of the year the river's in perfect condition. The Sacramento River, a lot of those guys that are fishing are out there by Pittsburgh. They're going to come in, and most of the fish will head up toward Nice Landing. But one of the better areas, like I mentioned before, has been that Hood to Clarksburg area. That Merritt Island boat ramp is a good place to go bank fishing, and also Hood. And remember, you got to have a sturgeon report card. Check the rules. You can't keep any, so everything has to be catch and release. So if you go after them, you got to use barbless hooks. Just follow by the rules, and you got to have a report card. Make sure you fill them report cards out, because that's how they get the data. That's why we're in the predicament we are now, where you can't keep any. In the past, I don't think anybody hardly ever turned any of them things in, and they use that for your data, so they think there's no sturgeon around. So anyhow, other than that, the striper fishing, the weather's been bad the last couple of days, so I don't even have any friends that went out. Nobody was brave enough to go out there. And some of the water conditions now, we're gonna have to wait again. And then if it continues to rain like it's supposed to, and I think it's supposed to rain Thursday, Friday, Saturday again, it's gonna get dirty. One of the things, the San Joaquin side stays a little bit clear, and the McCollum River, where I'm at now, it stays clear. So until it rains super hard, then it'll get muddy here. But for now, it's in perfect condition. I can see down about 1.5 feet. So the bass fishing, like I said, it was really good today, and it's just one of these things right now. These fish know that it's springtime's coming, so they're going to start feeding pretty heavily. But that water temperature has to get up in the 50s, about 52, 53, 54. They'll start moving up. So you could fish here, all morning and not get a bite, and just decide, well, I'm going to go home. But if you just watch the temperature, when it rises, those fish just scoot on up. When they're sitting there, they're not sitting, 50 yards away or anything. They're probably only 10 feet from where you catch them. They just settle down. They don't move. They just sit there and they wait, and they feel it, and then they'll move up. So the bass fishing down here has been pretty lousy, but today it was really good. We had a really good day today. The lakes have been really good, especially Orville. The fish over there, they're catching them on little jig heads. If you got forward facing, Blade Runner makes this new head. It's got It almost looks like a bee that's fauceted the head, so the reflection off the sonar picks it up on the live target. We were using it this morning for striper fishing. I saw a lot of fish down there. I didn't know what they were. I think they were carp, but I was bouncing right in their heads, and you could see them go look at it and take off. I'm pretty sure they weren't stripers, but it's pretty amazing that just some little dents on the head will make that thing show up on your electronics. But Luke, this little kid that I helped down here in Delta, he's been doing really well at Orville using those heads, with a little swim bait, throwing it in the where the water's coming in the lake, where the waterfalls are coming in, and he's been doing pretty good. He's been getting 12 to 18 pound limit bags. So other than that, I know Folsom's been pretty decent. The 5 mile an hour is off. The water came up enough where you could get out there and go as fast as you want. A friend of mine was up there trolling for salmon, and he told me that there's massive bait balls up in the South Fork. So he is telling me, hey, you need to get up there and use your gets it thing, but I just don't have enough time. You just basically, I love to striper fish and bass, and that mooching for salmon. This has to be almost shut down where I'm not catching anything. Then I might go try. So anyway, the bass fishing's been good. Clear Lake's been off the hook. They've been getting some 40-pound limits there, and they're throwing swim baits, chatter baits, fishing isolated rock piles. But most of the guys are using their forward facing, and they could actually see them and then throw their swim baits to them. So Clear Lake's been really good. So I imagine you could go to a lot of the lakes and do some bass fishing and catch them. Just make sure you call them first and make sure that they'll let you launch, because Comanche and Party are still saying no. New Melones, some people are telling me they're launching, some tell me no. So just call the lake before you go, so it saves you a trip. Berryessa won't let you launch unless you have your boat decontaminated. Go online and call Solano County Water Agency. When you bring that site up, on the right-hand corner in the box, there's one that says decontaminate. So you click it, you can go to Steel Park or Markley Cove. You have to make the appointment, and they take a credit card, and you say you had an appointment at 8 o'clock Thursday. You go there at 8 o'clock, they decontaminate your boat. You can go launch and fish. They don't charge you a dime. But if you made the appointment at 8 o'clock and you didn't show up, 9 o'clock you're not there, then your credit card is going to get dinged for $100. So it's actually free. They just want to keep the people that just make the appointment and not show up. That ain't going to happen. You're going to have to pay $100. Or you could go to Gone Fishing, take your boat over there. He does it for free, and he puts a red tag on it. And then from the day he puts it on, you have to wait 30 days. So if you're not planning on doing anything, and you say a month and a half from now you want to go to Berryessa, so you can direct your boat over there, he'll tag it, put a red tag, and then after 30 days, you can go launch at Berryessa. And then make sure when you come out, you tell them, you pull back up in the front, they come out, put a green tag on. So next time you go, you just launch, you don't have to go through all the decontaminated. But if you go to the Delta and break that tag off and you go back, then you got to have it decontaminated. So make sure you call the lake, just make sure that you can launch wherever you go. Trout fishing, this weather's perfect for it. I know Comanche's been stocked in the South Pond and the lake, but you can't launch anything. You can't even launch your kayak there. And I know Amador's been planning, but there's been a lot of boats there. Collins is full to the brim. So all the trout lakes that you guys are used to going to, you could call around, check, and make sure that, they're planning, and then head up there and you can go catch some trout. Pyramid's still open. I'm pretty sure it's still open, and they've been catching a lot of big cutthroat trout there. So it's heck of code, but those fish are shallow. I know there's some guys up there, they've been hammering. So, if you want to get a 10-pound or 20-pound trout, head up Pyramid. I think it closes pretty soon, but you can go online and check and make sure. Crappie fishing, I haven't had a chance. It should be good. Up at Berryessa should be good. You could probably catch some at Folsom. I know Amador has them. New Melones, Pedro. Just make sure you call them, make sure that you can go. But this is the time of year that the kokanee fishing is actually really good. And pretty much that's probably going to be about it. Just remember, if you guys have a boat problem, electronics or anything, or want to buy a new boat, go call Gone Fishing Marine and ask for Mark and tell him I sent you and he'll fix you up. Every Saturday morning at 6:40 a.m., I'm on the California Sportsman's radio show at 6:40. If you want to hear if there's something I heard, from now to then I'll usually announce it then. And then there's I mean, steelhead fishing too. They're catching a lot of steelhead. Austin Wilson wanted to take me this last Saturday, but I had something to do. I couldn't make it. Plus, it was raining like heck. I wouldn't have went. But he's been doing good. Kyler Perry's been doing good. And these guys guide. They're very affordable. They guide all drift boats, and they've been catching some nice fish. And if you steelhead you want to do, just Google their name and go look. Sturgeon fishing, the normal guys, Jay Lopes, Richie Ocusta, Steve Mitchell. Um, those are your normal guys that, if you want to book a trip. Jay's got a new boat. He's got, I think, a 28-foot Parker, twin 300s on it. It's supposed to be really nice. So those are guys, if you want to get out there, give them a call and book a trip. Anyway, if you like the video, hit that like, please subscribe, and if you want to leave me a comment, I'll get back to you within a couple of days. When the weather clears up a little bit, I'll start be doing more my consulting thing. I already got a ton of people all lined up that I got to take care of. But if you want to book a trip where you want to learn how to use your electronics, or you actually want to come out here and just key on one kind of bait for a certain kind of fish, kokanee, trout, bass, or whatever, give me a shout. You can go to info@AlanFong Outdoors, look at booking, and it tells you everything I offer. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.